The phone buzzed softly against the wooden desk. Abby glanced at it, her eyes barely shifting from the mirror in front of her. She was fixing her hair, carefully smoothing every strand, preparing for a night she had been waiting for all week. Her friends were already texting her. "Hurry up! You're gonna be late." The phone buzzed again. She sighed, annoyed this time, and reached over. The name on the screen made her pause. Mom. Abby stared at it for a second, her lips pressing into a thin line. "Not now," she whispered. Her relationship with her mother had been complicated lately. Arguments about school, about friends, about attitude. Every conversation somehow turned into a lecture. Tonight, Abby didn't want that. Tonight was supposed to be light, fun, free. The phone stopped ringing. Silence. She exhaled in relief, grabbed her bag, and headed out the door. The music was loud. Laughter filled the air.
This party's amazing.
Lights flashed
Best
across
party
smiling
ever.
faces. For a few
I can
hours,
dance all
Abby
night.
forgot everything. Her stress, her arguments, even that missed call. Until her phone buzzed again. This time it wasn't her mom, it was her neighbor. Abby frowned and stepped outside to answer. "Hello?" There was a pause, then a shaky voice. "Abby, where are you?" "I'm out. Why?" Another pause. Longer this time. Heavy. "You need to come home. Now." Her stomach dropped.
What happened?
"What happened?" "It's your mom."
It's your mom.
The ride back felt endless. Every second stretched, suffocating her with questions that had no answers. Her hands trembled as she kept trying to call her mom back. No answer. Again, no answer. "Pick up. Please pick up," she whispered, her voice breaking. When she finally reached her street, she saw it. The flashing lights. People gathered outside her house. An ambulance. Her heart slammed against her chest as she jumped out before the car even stopped. "Mom?" No one answered her. A neighbor rushed toward her, trying to hold her back, but Abby pulled away. "I need to see her." But then she saw the stretcher, and everything inside her shattered. Later, the world fell quiet. Too quiet. Abby sat on the edge of her bed, her phone still in her hand. The screen lit up with the last call she had ignored. Mom, 7:42 p.m. Below it, a voicemail. Her fingers shook as she pressed play. Her mother's voice filled the room, soft, tired, but warm. "Hey, Abby, I know you're probably busy. I wanted to say I'm sorry about earlier. I didn't mean to be so hard on you. I just worry, you know?" A small pause, a breath. "And I made your favorite food tonight. I thought maybe we could talk when you get home. I miss you, even when you're just in the next room." Another pause. "I love you, okay? Call me when you can." The message ended. But Abby didn't move. Her grip tightened around the phone as tears streamed down her face, silent at first, then uncontrollable. "I'm sorry," she whispered into the empty room. After the funeral, the world didn't end. That was the hardest part. Everything kept moving. People still laughed, cars still passed. Music still played somewhere far away. But for Abby, everything felt paused, like she had been left behind in a moment that refused to let her go. Her room stayed dark most days, the curtains barely opened. Her phone filled with messages she never replied to. "Are you okay? We miss you. Please talk to me." She read them, but she never answered. School became impossible. She would sit in class, staring at the board, hearing nothing. Words passed her like noise underwater. Teachers called her name, but it took seconds for her to even realize. At home, silence grew heavier. The empty chair at the table became something she couldn't look at anymore, so she stopped sitting there. Some nights she didn't eat at all. Some nights she didn't go home. She started spending time with drug addict all day long, people who didn't ask questions, people who were also running from something. With them, she didn't have to explain her pain. She didn't have to say, "My mom is gone." She didn't have to feel judged for how broken she was. But they didn't help her heal either. They just helped her forget for a little while. And every time the silence came back, it hit harder. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. Abby drifted further away from everything she used to be. Her grades disappeared, her friendships faded, her home stopped feeling like home. Eventually, she stopped going back. Nights became colder, benches, doorways, quiet corners of the city became places she learned to survive in. She told herself it didn't matter. Nothing mattered anymore, except one place, the cemetery. No matter how far she drifted, she always found her way back there. One evening, as the sun was setting, Abby stood in front of her mother's tomb again. Her clothes were worn, her face thinner, her eyes tired in a way that didn't belong to someone her age. She stared at the name carved into the stone. "I messed everything up," she whispered. Her voice cracked immediately. "I thought losing you was the worst thing that could happen." She let out a small, broken laugh. "But I'm losing myself too." She slowly sank to her knees. "I don't know how to fix it." Tears fell, hitting the ground softly. "I don't even know who I am anymore." The wind moved gently through the cemetery. For a long moment, there was nothing, just silence. But this time, something felt different. Not louder, not clearer, just quieter. Like the silence wasn't empty. Abby wiped her face slowly. "I'm still here," she said, barely above a whisper. It sounded strange, unfamiliar, but real. She looked around, at the sky, at the trees, at the world that had kept going without her, and for the first time in a long time, she noticed it. "I can't change what I did," she said softly. Her hands trembled. "But I don't think you'd want me to disappear too." Her voice broke again, but she kept going. "I think you'd want me to try." The next morning felt different, not easier, just different. She didn't suddenly become okay. She didn't suddenly feel strong. But she made one small choice, then another and another. Some days she still went back to the tomb and cried. Some days the weight felt just as heavy as before. But slowly, she started choosing to stay, to eat, to speak, to exist. Because even though she had ignored one call, her life didn't have to end with that mistake. And somewhere, deep inside her pain, there was still something left worth saving. She started gaining her sparks back, smiling and going outdoors from before.